wearing his helmet and had all the same
What?
equipment needed that day and wants to remind others to do the same. A showdown in Washington on the debt ceiling could have a direct impact on the bottom line.
Are you gonna watch the show?
Yes, I am. For the first time, if lawmakers don't raise the federal debt limit, that's the maximum the federal government is allowed to borrow to pay for last year's bills. Raising the limit is something Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says Senate Republicans won't do. But a new report from Moody's Analytics paints a catastrophic picture of what could happen if lawmakers don't take action.
Create a lot of snowballing effects throughout the economy. We estimate that the unemployment rate would surge to 9%. 6 million jobs would be lost.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen sent an open letter to Congress to urge them to raise that borrowing limit. In a Wall Street Journal op-ed, she warned nearly 50 million seniors could stop receiving Social Security checks for a time. Millions of families who rely on the monthly child tax credit could see delays as well. And it could have a lasting impact on interest rates, meaning you would pay more for mortgage payments, car loans, and credit card bills. We'll have to see how that shakes out.
Yeah, I don't like paying more, that's for sure.
I know, and I know, aside from that.
You want to try the egg bake I made
Did
you have breakfast?
For a walk today. It is gorgeous out there. The sun is shining. It's comfortable.
September, to me, in my opinion, is our best month of weather in Minnesota. And it's days like today and really stretches like we've had that sort of prove my point. I'm right, darn it. Drought conditions.
No, just
really
trying to
start
get
today
the dog.
because the fall, we tend to see things dry out from a rainfall forecast perspective a little bit. The summertime thunderstorms are gone. We have these long stretches of nice, quiet weather, and
I see
that
no
can
snack going back to
sometimes
Jim
exacerbate
COVID
drought.
though, huh?
But in the past week, we actually have some good news here. This update came in just a few hours ago, and this is remarkable
Because
for
of
what you
COVID?
don't see. It's the exceptional drought areas that we had around the Red Lakes and Bemidji for the past several months. They're gone, erased by some rain and cooler temperatures that persisted across northern Minnesota
Because
for
of
the better part
COVID?
of the last week. And actually statewide, you can see pretty much every drought category experienced about a 10% decline in how much area it covers. Still, though, severe drought areas, at
COVID
least
messed him
severe
up.
drought covers about 50% of the state of Minnesota, so we have a lot of work to do. And unfortunately, it looks like despite the weather pattern we had over the past week to 10 days, we are going to the complete opposite for the next 10 days.
Maybe
to 2
COVID
weeks.
messed him
So
up.
we will have cooler temperatures in general than we have this summer, obviously, and that may help things a little bit, but we actually could backslide a bit the way the forecast is looking over the next week. Rainfall
Happy
forecast,
Thursday.
in fact, for the next 5 days has 5 days. Let me not gloss over that. Has most of us getting nothing or a quarter of an inch or less of rain. There may be a few communities that get closer to a half an inch of rain, and it's not just Minnesota, it's all throughout the upper Midwest. Our weather patterns this time of year tend to get a little more stagnant, and so sort of what you see is what you get more often than not, and that is going to be the case. We will end up under a dry, mild stretch of weather. The Great Lakes has been under a very wet pattern, along with the East Coast, not only for the last several weeks and into the next several days, but really for the better part of the summer. Closer to home, again, we're sharing in the sunshine today at noon. Temperatures are really nice everywhere. 60s from Cross Lake to Big Lake to Amory, Wisconsin. Clara City, one of the warmer spots, just about ready to bust into the 70s under sunshine. Here's this storm that's been stuck and spinning across the Great Lakes. It's been able to funnel the remnant moisture, the leftover tropical moisture from Nicholas. Remember that? A couple of weeks ago, up into the Great Lakes and through now upstate New York, even down around Washington, D.C. So in the past 24 hours, these guys have gotten, well, in these orange and red shaded areas, over 2 to 3 inches of rain just in 24 hours. It'd be so nice to have that for us. But it's just not going to happen. Our next weather maker is here. It's a weak cool front and it has essentially no moisture to work with, so they can do very little for our drought situation. Again, a nice day today, above average pretty much everywhere. Our average high is 70. We'll get to 73. Overnight tonight, not as cool as the past few nights. We'll still have some 40s around, but in the city, we'll only get down to 52 with the increase. By tomorrow morning, this is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, northern Minnesota will have a few scattered showers. We'll see those showers expand a little bit in coverage through the mid-morning, and so, yeah, a chance for